Okay, what's up everyone? So today, I'm going to be making a video explaining what I think makes a great survival horror game. Because, you know, I'm very judgmental when it comes to survival horror games. And, you know, in this video, I'm going to be doing my best to explain what I think you need in a survival horror game to make it scary, you know, to make it fun, to make it, you know, creepy, whatever makes a survival horror game, right? So, I'm going to have a list of different topics that I'm going to be discussing throughout the video. I'm not going to go into super detail because I don't want this video to be, you know, 20 minutes long, but I'm definitely going to, you know, I should get my point across, you know, pretty well. So, you know, first off, we need gritty visuals, dude. RE2 Remake is a perfect example of terrible visuals. The visuals in that game are way too beautiful looking. Everything's dark, it just looks dull, and it doesn't have that gritty, fucking dirty, grimy look that you need in a horror game. Games like, you know, Resident Evil Code Veronica, or the old classic Resident Evils on PS1, or Silent Hill 2, or Tormented Souls, right? These games are great looking in terms of looking nasty and horrible looking. You need that in a horror game, you know? Like, these gorgeous, realistic graphics just don't do it for me, dude. Some people might like it, but in my opinion, it doesn't fucking work. It looks way too beautiful looking, and, just dull, dude. Also, fixed camera angles, bro. I explained in another video why this is so important, so I'm not gonna ramble too much about this. If you want to, you can go check out that video, but, you know, to put it simpler, fixed camera angles are just unique. They present the game in ways that third person and first person can't. Like, for example, take a look at this clip right here. So as you just saw, Jill walked off screen and then backed up and a zombie appeared. Tell me this, how would you do that with third person or first person? You can't, it's literally impossible. As soon as you turn around, it'd just be some cheap jump scare and it just wouldn't be the same, right? But this is way more unique, it's creative, and it's fucking, you know, creepy, dude. It's scary, dude. It's fucking great horror right there. Another thing what makes fixed camera angles so great is that they are very cinematic. I mean, just look at the look at this clip right here from RE0. Look at how cool this is with the camera looking through the fucking through the train carriage, dude. How would you do that with first person or third person? You can't, dude. That's why fixed camera angles are so great, because they allow the developers to present the game in a way that no other camera can do. Very unique camera angles, very creepy. Great isolation, make you feel claustrophobic, dude. And that's another great thing about fixed camera angles is the psychological horror. You can't see the enemies, right? All you can see is your character, but you can hear the enemies off screen. Like this clip right here. Take a look. So as you just saw right there, I was in this room, right? This is Resident Evil Code Veronica, and there was zombies in this room, but I couldn't see them. I couldn't see them. I could hear them. I could hear them moaning and growling and shit, but I couldn't see them, dude. That's psychological horror right there. I actually had to be careful and watch my step, dude. It kept me on my toes, right? If this was first person or third person, I would just see the zombies at all times, and the tension would be gone. There'd be no tension, no suspense, just nothing. There's nothing there to make it, you know, scary or intense, right? But yes, psychological horror is incredibly important, dude. Rather than having a zombie just appear and be like, okay, zombie here, right? Have build up to it, dude. Have build up, right? Have a, like, you know, if you interact like a door or something, have like a fucking a loud banging on it, or you can hear screaming in the surroundings, right? You could hear creepy fucking noises. Have psychological horror that gets your mind thinking, what the fuck is going on? Who the hell is that screaming? What the hell's that banging? What the hell's that weird fucking noise, dude? It fucks with your mind, dude. Your biggest fear is your own brain, dude. So, manipulating your brain into fucking scaring you is great horror. Silent Hill 2 and classic Resident Evil games do great psychological horror, dude. It's awesome for in Resident Evil 2 remake, not remake, in Resident Evil 2 original, right? The build-up for Mr. X is fantastic, right? How you come across that monitor, right? And then he starts walking towards the camera and he smashes it, dude. That's great build-up right there. Build-up is incredibly important, dude. Very fucking important. Same with the Hunters from RE1 Remake, where you get that little cutscene and then they just, you know, that little first-person cutscene. It doesn't actually show you the fucking Hunter, but it's through his perspective, right? It's all you know that something's coming, right? You know that something's coming to fucking kill you, but you don't know exactly what it is until you have control of the character. That is great build-up, great tension, great survival horror, right? You need build-up. Build-up is incredibly important for new enemy encounters, for bosses. It just adds a lot of tension, and it really fucks with your mind, dude, because it gets you thinking, what the hell's coming up, dude? You can hear like enemies like screaming and shit in the background. You can hear them roaring or whatever. You're thinking, what the fuck is that? You know? It gets your mind racing, you know, builds up to that fucking moment, and it's an awesome reveal, right? And that's the next one. We need creepy and horrifying enemies, dude. We need enemies that are creepy as fuck with great sound effects, with great sound design, dude. Another example of bad fucking, of why RE2 is a remake is fucking shit, is the fact that the enemies are not scary. The enemies are way too in your face. The zombies, I mean. The zombies are way too in your face. They're growling. The sound effects for them, they're growling, is not scary. It's too in your face. They're trying way too hard to make it scary, and ironically, it makes it not scary. You need to have enemies with subtle, creepy noises, like the groaning from the old Resident Evil games. It's creepy, dude. It's not in your face, right? Like the breathing of the regenerators in fucking Resident Evil 4. Things like that. Subtle, creepy sound effects. Not in-your-face type shit, because it comes across as, you know, obnoxious and just too in your face, right? Okay, this is another thing about build-up, right? And that is door opening animations, right? I know a lot of people don't like door cutscenes, but I personally really like them because they add up, they add build-up and suspense to the game. Like, if you look at this scene right here, this is Veronica, right? And as you are walking up these stairs, right, you have this heartbeat, right? And that happens with several doors in the game. It slowly opens the door, and you have this heart beating sound in the background, right? And it's great build-up because you don't know what's going to be on the other side of the door. It could be a horde of zombies, it could be a hunter, could be a licker, could be anything, could be nothing, right? It gets your mind fucking racing, dude. It's great fucking build-up, great tension. If you have no door animation, you just go through the door and it's just like, oh, okay, that's it. No build-up, dude. Obviously, you know, some people don't like them. You know, have an option to skip them or to have them be skippable after you've been through that door for the first time or some shit, you know? But yeah, door opening animations are super underrated if you ask me. Next one. Very, very important, this is music, dude. Something else about RE2 Remake, that's fucking terrible, dude. I'm sorry about bringing up RE2 Remake constantly, but it's a great example of how not to do a horror game. And that is lack of music. There's no fucking music in that game. How can you not have music in a fucking horror game? That is truly unacceptable, dude. Truly unacceptable. Look at how soulless that game is. Look at how soulless and lifeless the whole is without that fucking iconic music playing. It's a fucking disgrace, dude. Absolutely terrible. You need to have great fucking music, and and have like different music depending on the situation at hand. Like, you know, you have like more creepy, ambient music for, you know, tension and build up while you're exploring, right? Then you have more immersive music for those more chill sections, where, you know, you're exploring a new area, like Silent Hill, for example. You know, you're exploring the streets, and you have some incredibly immersive music playing. It's just great. It really just pulls you into the game, right? And also, you need some fucked up, dread-inducing music, dude. That's really just loud and horrifying. It gets your blood pumping, you know? When, like, new enemies like, show up or some shit. Like, certain enemy types, right? You need to have those different types of music, dude. Don't just have, like, a couple, right? Have a piece of music that fits the current situation, right? Here are a few examples right here. So yeah, that was just a few examples right there, dude. They're not like the best examples, but they're just a few examples that I thought would make good music in survival horror games. Next thing you need is limited resources, dude. Limited saving, right? Limited saving, you know, may seem annoying, dude, but it adds a lot of consequence to your fucking game, right? It adds a lot of risk, dude. It adds to that survival horror aspect where, you know, you haven't saved for a while, and you might possibly fucking die. You don't know what's coming up. There might be a boss, right? Might be a new enemy coming up, a new dangerous enemy. And there's a risk that you might fucking die. It adds a lot of tension, a lot of risk, a lot, you know, a lot on the line, right? And limited resources is important to make you feel helpless, to make you feel hopeless. Don't have too much fucking ammo. You know, force the player to conserve the ammo and not shoot every enemy type. You know, run past certain enemies and conserve that shit. This is pretty typical survival horror stuff, but yeah, it's very important. And also inventory management, dude. The old Resident Evil games were great for this because it adds a lot of tension, right? It pretty much forces you to make a decision, right? You've got one inventory slot, right? All the rest of your inventory is taken up by guns, keys, and whatever, right? You've got one inventory slot, right? You have no ammo and you have no health, right? What decision do you make? Do you pick up the healing item and heal? Or do you pick up the ammo and, you know, have the ammo, right? Obviously, I know that if you were to pick up a healing item and use it, you'd have another inventory slot, but you get the idea, right? It forces you to make decisions, right? To make hard decisions, adding to the survival horror aspect. It's great fucking horror, right? Great fucking tension and shit. It forces you to make hard decisions. Like, you don't know what's ahead, right? There might be a boss ahead. Shit, should I save, dude? I've got one ink ribbon left. You know, should I save the game or should I risk it, dude? It really rewards players that want to take a risk, you know? And it punishes those who want to play too safe. It's just, you know, I just think it's great game design. That was something in Tormented Souls that I thought was disappointing, dude. Is that there's no inventory management in that game. It's just infinite inventory. And, you know, some people may not like it, but I personally love inventory management because it just adds a lot of tension and it forces you to make a lot of hard decisions. So we're getting to the end of the list, right? There's not many left, not many things left, but next one is mute characters during gameplay. So characters that don't talk during gameplay. This is incredibly important. When when characters talk during gameplay, it just ruins the suspense, dude. It ruins it. That's something that was that I didn't like about Dead Space 2, really, is that having Isaac talking constantly to Ellie on the radio and shit, it ruined the horror, dude. It ruined the tension, the suspense. Having a mute character makes you feel so isolated and so alone, dude. You know, when they're talking and shit, it just ruins the immersion, right? Like, it's just awesome when you can, like, interact with the environmentals, right? Like like interactables around the environments. Like where you're like, I don't know, say you interact with a dead body, right? And your character might say, with the text on screen, right? It might say something like this. Ooh, there's a lot of blood here. What could have possibly done this? That's great survival horror out there. Great fucking tension, great build-up, dude. Gets your mind thinking, what the fuck did this, right? Having them just say that, having them talking, would ruin it. Because it just, I don't know what it is, you know, it just doesn't make you feel alone. It just, I don't know, I guess it kind of gives you comfort, right? Hearing the voice of another human being, it makes you feel comfort, right? But if you don't hear any human voices, and all you hear is the enemy's fucking horrific screams and growling, and the horrifying music and shit, and the creepy sound effects, that's gonna make you feel way more isolated, way more scared. It's just way more, you know, way better horror. And the last thing is text files. These are not only great for explaining the story and backstory of characters, but it also adds a lot of psychological horror, dude. Like in RE1 Remake, where you have that letter, that text file, where the dude is infected and it's explaining his process of turning, dude. That's cool right there. It's cool. It's interesting, but it's also fucking creepy, dude. Because it's giving you more information about what's fucking going on, and it fucking gets your mind thinking once again. Great psychological horror. But yeah, dude, this is a long ass fucking video. I've just seen how long it is, so I'm gonna end it here. Okay, I'm not gonna ramble anymore. But that was just a, you know, a quick. I was gonna say a quick video, but yeah, I'm sorry about how long this video is. I tried to make it as quick, as short as possible, but I just had a lot of shit to talk about. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave your comments down below. What do you think makes a great survival horror game? But yeah, let me know, okay? I'm really interested to know what you guys think. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. In a bit, people. Take care.